Valve is a great company. Their games are top of the line, and with Steam they have developed the iTunes of video games. But, despite their best efforts, they're not the Apple of video games. Not even close. Valve leapt into the spotlight in 1998 with its highly polished AAA title Half-Life. Powered by a heavily modified Quake engine, Valve took its time with the game's development, delaying it long enough to put out a product of the utmost quality. As a result, they enjoyed good sales, console ports, and became a darling of the industry. Gordon Freeman and his crowbar overnight became a gaming icon. That commitment to quality has stayed with the company. They labored for years on their next releases, waiting until 2004 to release the much-anticipated Half-Life sequel, which for the time was quite a long development cycle. Subsequent releases such as Team Fortress 2 and the Portal series held true to the Valve commitment to polish and quality, and once again these games were successful, continuing the company's reputation for quality. And if I had to compare the company's clean, well-thought-out aesthetic to any other company, I'd have to say it was a very Apple-like company. There's a slickness in their design choices that, to me, reminds me of Apple. And this holds true for their other efforts, too. Steam, as I've said, is what I would call the iTunes of video games. It's wonderful. It's affordable, it's immensely popular, and it's really, really slick in its presentation. So, with news coming out that Valve is not only continuing its effort with Steam consoles, but they're also set to release an ambitious VR headset, can Valve be considered the Apple of the video game industry? I don't think so. Looking at what has come before and what's slated for the future, if I had to draw any comparison, I'd have to say they're more like Amazon. Why is that? Well, like Amazon, they are inventive. They are adventurous. Valve is a company willing to break new ground and invest its large war chest in risky ventures. The VR headset, for instance. The headset and the Steam consoles may very well turn out to be viable products, but I don't see them as being breakout successes on the same scale as Apple products have been, or even on the same transformative scale as Valve's own Steam. I think Steam is their greatest product and will remain their greatest product. Like many of Amazon's ventures, the new hardware from Valve, even if it's very well made, looks to me like it won't be a standout runaway hit. Am I being too hard on the company? I'm not saying that they're bad at all. They're really, really good. It's just a question of how high of a ceiling I give their success. Take the Steam consoles, for example. They may be user-friendly, capable, and stylish machines, but I don't think we'll ever see them in the electronics section of a major retailer the same way we see consoles from Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And that's big. That's a lot of business that Valve will never ever see. The personal computer gaming market, by its very nature, is fragmented. The number of different system setups is astronomical. Steam machines will never deliver, and probably don't even aim to deliver, a quote-unquote generation of equal-powered Steam machines once every few years. Consequently, there won't be an easy measuring stick for consumers the same way there is with consoles. Some of you will remember the 3DO console from the 1990s. While it was a very powerful system for its day, and more powerful than most other consoles available at the time, one of the issues with the 3DO console was the fact that it was produced by more than one company. It was expensive, but more importantly, it was confusing. Panasonic made the 3DO, but so did Gold Star, so did Sanyo. It had no distinct identity, and despite their impressive features, the same is going to hold true for Steam machines. Consider this. Valve has announced Steam Link, but that's not a console. It's a product that allows streaming to your TV from your Steam machine console. So you need a Steam machine and a Steam Link. But what Steam machine do you use? Already there are going to be at least 6 different versions of the console, with undoubtedly more to follow. There might even be more already announced than that, but that's the issue. It's not easy at all to figure out how many there will be. These options will work and even appeal to some, but there's a lot to be said for keeping things simple when you want broad-based appeal. And that's the key to making money. That's the key to making runaway hits. So all of this, while it is wonderful technology, is going to turn off a lot of potential consumers. Steam machines and the VR headset might turn a profit, and good luck to them. But I don't see them as being a runaway success that will transform buying habits of gamers. I say the major consoles will remain king. So, like Amazon, Valve to me seems like a very good company, an adventurous company, not afraid to try out risky, fun, and new technologies. But, like Amazon, it's going to be a spotty operation in terms of its successes and its profitability in a market with highly commoditized products, such as, in Amazon's case, ebook readers, tablets, TV streaming devices, etc. Looking ahead then, there are plenty of potential stumbling blocks for the line of Steam machines, which are slated to hit the market. The VR headset, even if it's a success, is going to be facing stiff competition from the Oculus Rift, as well as others, such as the newly announced Sony VR helmet. Everyone's getting in on the game, and while that's good for the consumer, it's not good for the producer. What set Apple apart were its excellent aesthetic, and I guess its ongoing excellent aesthetic, and its ability to command a premium price thanks to the cool factor. Maybe on the software front you could say the same about Valve's franchises, but what about the hardware front? No. It's technically good equipment, but is it going to command a price premium? Is it going to be the cool thing to own as opposed to the sleek PS4 or Xbox One? Is it going to be the thing to buy among elite PC gamers? Or are they going to stick with their own custom-built rigs? What major purchasing demographic is going to opt for the Valve product as opposed to all of the other options? Is there one? If we're honest about how we answer these questions, I think the answers we come to, while not spelling doom at all for Valve's profits, don't exactly inspire confidence in their game-changing nature. What we're looking at is instead a viable alternative among a strong field of options. Having Apple's almost unbroken line of smash hit products is almost impossible to achieve in any market, but especially in the ultra-competitive gaming market. Valve's franchises, which are Portal, Team Fortress, Half-Life, Dota, are franchises of the first rank. Its content delivery service is unparalleled. These are great things to have, and the future is bright regardless of the hardware situation. But the company's forays into the cutthroat world of hardware and peripherals are where I suspect the headwinds of competition will be felt the most keenly. They will not be the next great leap forward for Valve.